The next season, usually they take an evolutionary approach. Ferrari's head of chassis area, Enrico Cardile, says that it's not taking an evolutionary approach next year. This hasn't come from nowhere, because scientists and Ferrari peers have hinted at here at the race. We've been talking about the need for architectural changes to be made by Red Bull's rivals for some time. But Vasseur has consistently defended the potential of the car. Just a few days before Cardile spoke, I asked Vasseur about whether next year's car required architectural changes to unlock more performance potential, only to reply that the lack of race pace does not come from the concept of the car. He also argued that the relatively strong qualifying pace has proved the car doesn't need drastic changes to be competitive. Vasseur is clearly reluctant to talk about the 2024 car or be seen to be making big claims, but Cardile has said the main weakness of the car is crystal clear. It's the aerodynamic characteristics. He has confirmed that significant changes will be made with the 2024 car, including core underlying parts of the design. That's to correct some architectural choices Cardile says were incorrect. He said this was constrained development. As a result, Cardile confirmed it will be a brand new car, different chassis with a different design, different rear end to allow us to better develop the car. Ferrari has repeatedly emphasised the need to continue to develop the SF23, given the rules are stable for next year. So even if specific car parts do not carry over, the lessons learned from in-season development will be relevant to the choices Ferrari makes for 2024. Cardile said that has been a crucial process and will result in further updates this season, even though the team's worker base is now fully focused on next year's machine. Cardile also disagreed with an assessment from Ferrari driver Carlos Sainz, who said recently that the car lacks consistency and argued this indicates an intrinsic lack of understanding. Sainz said that it's very difficult to predict which circuits we're going to be quick at and which we're not going to be quick. And he claimed that Ferrari's form in Hungary, where it struggled, and Belgium, where it was stronger, was the opposite of its pre-event expectations, saying there is maybe something intrinsic that we don't fully understand and we cannot predict very well. Cardile's counterpoint is that the Ferrari is now at least performing predictably for a weekend. Therefore, while the 2023 Ferrari has been very successful, the lessons learned from it could lay the foundations for a much stronger future. The big question is, exactly what does Ferrari need to achieve with these changes? To understand that, let's look back to the start of last year. Ferrari produced a visually distinctive car. It featured heavily scalloped top surfaces in the side pods and looked dramatically different to the Red Bull. At first, it seemed like Ferrari had nailed it, given Charles Leclerc won 2 of the first 3 races. There were 2 more wins, one for Leclerc and one for Sainz, but after that, its form dropped off alarmingly. Expectations were that an evolution of the car would allow Ferrari to challenge this year, but even in pre-season testing in Bahrain, it was clear that the car was plagued by an inconsistency in performance. Sainz was the first to hint at the scale of the problem publicly. He said during the season opening Bahrain Grand Prix weekend that the capacity of development of the Red Bull direction is a lot higher than Ferrari's. At May's Miami Grand Prix, subtle floor and diffuser changes were made as part of what Ferrari senior engineer John Player described as an attempt to make the car more benign and close the balance wheel. He said the aim was to give the driver a more consistent balance through medium speed, high speed, low speed corners, as well as improve the car in the braking, entry and exit phases. This was followed in June's Spanish Grand Prix with a major upgrade that was the first sign of a step on blade in Ferrari's original sidepod concept with a downwash ramp padding. The team admitted this was a significant change in the way the airflow around the side pods was being used. However, as Clear pointed out, this was primarily about the direction of floor development. Since then, there have been a few new front wings as Ferrari has continued to chip away at the problem. Its early season troubles with overworking the tyres have at least eased a little bit, but it's still a difficult car to drive. Leclerc went as far as describing that next year's car will be more revolution than evolution as a relief. That's because of how tricky it is to drive. Leclerc, of course, will already have some idea of the intended characteristics of next year's car. As Sainz has said, not only is the 2024 machine been in the wind tunnel for some time, but also in Ferrari's driver in loop simulator. A glance at the simple performance numbers means things don't look too bad for Ferrari. It has the second fastest car on average, and that's what the circuit's pointing to as it accentuates the positive, but that's based on single lap performance qualifying. On race day, things are much more difficult. That's partly down to the prodigious speed of the Red Bull, but also the fact Ferrari's direct rivals, including Mercedes, can outpace it. That means Ferrari has managed only 3 podium finishes so far this year and languishes 4th in the Constructors' Championship. There were no upgrades for the recent Dutch Grand Prix, although Vasseur has promised there will be new parts later this season, and Ferrari needs them because the Dutch Grand Prix weekend was dreadful. Sainz finished fifth, but he felt that was punching above the weight of the car that he reckoned was only the sixth quickest at Zandvoort. Leclerc had a terrible weekend, crashing in qualifying and then retiring having been off the pace thanks to floor damage. He went as far as describing Zandvoort as the most difficult weekend of the season in terms of balance and drivability. That indicates that for all the progress Ferrari has made this year, it's really only fiddling around the edges to improve a fundamentally limited car. That's why the real focus is next year, and Ferrari needs to get its architectural changes right if it's to unlock the performance potential needed to have any chance to re-emerge as a threat for wins and titles. Changing your car design is all well good, but only if you go in the right direction. So what should we expect from the 2024 Ferrari? The two key areas Cardiello cited as the main architectural changes are the rear end of the car and the monocoque. So what are those? Well, the key to generating performance under these rules is the ground effect floor. Now that's effectively a bolt-on element as well, so while the floor will evolve eventually, the other changes are what will allow it to be maximised. Remember, design legend Adrian Newey took a particular interest in the suspension design of these cars during the design process at Red Bull. That's resulted in a car that has a combined mechanical platform, but one that is also able to hold the floor at aerodynamically favourable ride heights. That is critical to the effectiveness of the car, with the anti-squat and anti-lift characteristics of the rear vital. Ferrari's promise of a completely new rear end in 2024 suggests a new gearbox casing and modified rear suspension configuration. It's possible Ferrari might choose to follow Red Bull's lead and switch from pull rod to push rod rear suspension. But most importantly, we all want to emulate the anti-squat and anti-guide characteristics achieved by Red Bull. To do this, Red Bull has mounted the rearmost arm of the upper wishbone higher. This geometry helps to hold the rear end in the bizarre of the ride height window rather than compressing as the load builds. This is all part of Red Bull's superb platform control, but to achieve that, it had to add a structure to the top of the gearbox to make the inboard suspension possible. The monocoque changes might be more subtle, but will be all about optimising the side pods and the front of the floor and building tunnel inlets. The monocoque influences where the mandatory side impact structures are placed, so it plays an important role in defining the aerodynamic potential. That's why Mercedes team principal Toto Wolff has admitted Mercedes would have designed a new monocoque for introduction mid-season, but for the constraints of the cost cap as part of its recovery efforts. So Mercedes too has architectural changes planned to unlock more potential. It's possible there may also be changes to the front suspension and steering shape as part of Ferrari's new car. The key thing is that Ferrari creates a car with a structure that doesn't limit its development. Maybe it will be a Red Bull clone, but ideally Ferrari will want to hit on some other ideas that could allow it to eclipse F1's dominant team. That might be asking a lot, but what matters is that Ferrari has recognised and at least partly understood its weaknesses. It is also taking the right action to eliminate limiting factors in the architecture of the car that are impeding development this year. Whether it works or not will depend on how deeply Ferrari really understands its problems, as opposed to simply following the direction Red Bull has set. That's something that could become clear next year, but as Leclerc recently admitted, it will be very difficult to catch Red Bull before the major rule changes in 2026. It's clear that if Ferrari is to have any chance of doing so, the brand new car for 2024 must be on the money.
It's new school versus old school. Many different ways to put this steak out there. But one thing that seems more popular is there we guys want to sign up for seasoning that steak, letting it sit for hours on end, going in the oven before searing it, versus buy old school. Seasoning it up, putting it right in the hot pan, and searing it close to perfect. Well, let's figure it out. Sound good? Let's go. So to make the steak,
this video is sponsored by Ghost Guns, makers of authentic die-cast miniature gun models. Die-cast models of aircraft and tanks have been around forever, but when I came across Ghost Guns' new range of gun models, I was impressed by the idea and the quality of the models. At 1:3 scale, each model has detailed working moving parts. When you select and receive your Ghost Gun, you assemble the kit yourself with parts and handles screwed together. Each Gabriel anti-ship missile system approaches the Syrian port of Latakia. As these ready boats draw closer to the Syrian port, they are detected by a patrolling Syrian torpedo boat, A-123, somewhere to their northeast. The patrol boat immediately radios the Syrian naval facility in Latakia, yet before it is able to flee, it is struck by a flurry of 76mm shells. The Israeli flotilla moves east, with the INS Hanet remaining behind to ensure the enemy's fate lies beneath the waves. For the Israeli flotilla, their rage is foiled, with the Syrians aware their secrecy is no more. The Israeli flotilla now races towards the Syrian coastline. On the night of the 7th of October 1973, an Israeli missile boat flotilla under the command of Captain Michael Barker departs from Haifa Naval Base, heading towards the Syrian port of Latakia, a distance of some 195 miles. While en route, the Israeli flotilla splits into two parallel columns. The western column consists of the INS Miznak, Gaash, and Hanet, the eastern column of Miftak and Reshet. To the flotilla's south arrived two Israeli patrol boats and 4 Israeli helicopters ready to assist if need be. The Battle of Latakia takes place during the Yom Kippur War. This war began on the 6th of October 1973, when a coalition of Arab states, including Egypt and Syria, launched a surprise attack against the State of Israel on the holiest day of the year in Judaism. Both states hoped to retake their territories lost during the 1967 Six-Day War. The Yom Kippur War, however, would conclude with an Israeli victory. In the south, Operation Gazelle would see Israeli forces cross the Suez and march towards Cairo, encircling the Egyptian Third Army. While to the north, Israeli armor would advance to within 20 miles of Damascus. The aim of the Israeli missile boat flotilla heading towards Latakia on the 7th of October, one day into the war, is to cripple the offensive Syrian naval craft, mainly its 6 anti-ship missile-equipped vessels. After neutralizing the Syrian torpedo boat and now drawing closer towards Latakia, the Israeli flotilla detects a new Syrian vessel. To their east lies a T-43 class minesweeper, underway at speed to the safety of Syrian coastal batteries, hoping to avoid confrontation. Unbeknownst to the Israelis, 3 Syrian missile boats, 2 Komar class and 1 Osa class to their south, are informed of the approaching enemy. Acting upon this, they immediately turn northwest to confront the rapidly approaching Israelis. The Israeli flotilla moves east, detecting the Syrian minesweeper once more. Now, 25 kilometers away, the vessel lies outside of the range of their Gabriel missile. However, the INS Gaash launches its first Gabriel missile, well outside of its maximum range. The Gabriel skims across the wave tops of the Mediterranean, but reaches its maximum range. It falls into the sea. Aboard the INS Reshet, Commander Misha, with his missiles ready, watches as the distance closes. As the minesweeper enters range, Misha orders the Reshet to engage. The first missiles launch into the air. After the initial launch, the missile dives to 20 feet above the ocean top, racing towards its target. Minutes later, on the horizon, a bright light can be seen by the Israeli craft. The first missile has struck its target. Immediately, a second missile is fired. It follows the same path as the first. As before, the radars on the Israeli vessels guide the missile to its target, and it strikes the Syrian minesweeper within minutes. The Syrian minesweeper, aflame, limps to the southeast. The Reshet now detects 3 unidentified vessels approaching at speed. Simultaneously, Israeli crew begin to report balls of light arcing upward towards the horizon. The rapidly approaching craft are the Syrian missile boats, vectored from the south to intercept. 2 of them have just fired their own Styx anti-ship missiles towards the Israeli vessels. The weapons head towards the Reshet and Miftak. Both Israeli vessels turn south to face the enemy, so as to reduce their target cross-section, and begin maneuvering wildly and deploying clouds of chaff to confuse Syrian guidance radars. Aboard the Reshet, Its electronic countermeasure equipment is activated in an attempt to confuse the Syrian missile seekers to their true accurate location. As the Styx missiles complete their approach, they fly overhead, falling into the sea beyond the Reshet and Mivtau. The Israeli missile boats, disabling their electronic countermeasure, advance south towards the Syrian vessels. Disheartened by the Styx missile failure, the 3 Syrian missile boats now retreat south to remain outside of Gabriel range. As the 2 flotillas race south, the only Syrian vessel still carrying missiles, the Soviet-built Osa-class missile boat, turns north to face the pursuing craft. With distances closing, aboard the pursuing Russia, Commander Nietzsche gives the order to fire, but is immediately informed of an electronic issue preventing this. The Gaash and Misnak take over the engagement. With the Osa-class missile boat rapidly approaching, the Gaash, under Lieutenant Commander Scheffler, surges forward towards his enemy. At under 30 kilometers range, the Osa-class fires a Styx missile. Spewing chaff, the Gaash begins a series of vigorous maneuvers. With the Styx missile in the air, Gaash launches its own Gabriel anti-ship missile in return. The 2 missiles pass one another in the air, racing towards their respective targets. Succumbing to the Israeli countermeasures, the Styx missile falls into the sea short of the Gaash. But the radar aboard the Gaash detects another rapidly approaching missile. Scheffler orders another Gabriel fired in return. Again, the 2 opposing missiles pass each other in the air above the waters of the Mediterranean. Once more, the Osa's Styx missile splashes harmlessly into the water, but the first Gabriel arrives at its target. The Osa is obliterated into unrecognizable fragments. The Misnak launches 2 more Gabriel missiles at one of the fleeing Komar-class missile boats. Meanwhile, the second Gabriel missile that had been fired from the Gaash, with its target destroyed, splashes into the sea.
My chest.
So good. Rubs on your front chest. So good. So sweet. For coffee straight away.
This is the city of Lafayette, Louisiana. It's a pretty typical mid-sized American city. Like most American cities, it has that one nice old building that didn't get bulldozed in the 60s. And like most American cities, it's broke. It's full of aging infrastructure in desperate need of repair and not enough money to maintain it. But unlike most American cities, Lafayette acknowledged this fact and requested the help of Strong Towns and Urban 3, a consulting company that helps cities better understand the economic impact of development. Their analysis in Lafayette uncovered a harsh reality that should be a wake-up call to every municipality in North America, as well as any city emulating the American car-centric style of development. So let's back up a bit. In a previous video in this series, we discussed how two identical lots in the same city have very different property tax revenues. In this example, a 100-year-old commercial block built in the traditional style of development drastically outperformed a shiny new development created in the modern car-centric style. But despite the differences in revenue, both blocks have the same cost to the city to maintain their infrastructure. So by bulldozing an old block of shops to build this car-centric second-rate taco joint, the city was destroying its wealth. This example alone should be enough to convince anyone that the modern car-centric suburban style of development is broken, but it's worth exploring this further. Does this hold up in other cities? And what happens when we bring into account the cost of servicing these properties with roads, water pipes, sewers, etc.?
You okay? You're not getting sick, are you?
You would be. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
Can you see it? I can't see it.
Okay.
Is it strong?
Yeah, it's good. It's not strong, it's just good.
Do you like it?
Mhm.
It stops me from coughing straight away.
Yeah, it's good. Menthol. Menthol.
Yeah. Am I disturbing you? Okay.
Let's just sit there watching YouTube videos. I just stop touching it.
Five.
Yeah, wine picture is delicious.
What's that? Okay. This goes. Goes.
Wow, storage is so cheap.
Mm-hmm. Right. Okay, 1, 2, 6, 1 is here. This is here. This one is here.
Apple pen. Pineapple pen.
Shit.
I got toll rebates today.
Yeah.
$300 worth. I
Oh,
was like, ooh, and then I checked how much I spent on tolls, and it was $1,200.
that's pretty cool.
It's like, goddamn,
Yeah.
it's a lot of money.
Yeah. Wow. God damn it. This instruction book is so fucking stupid. And I don't really make holes. Now I just have to guess where the holes might need to be. This fucking shit.
You.
Stupid instruction book. Can't create instructions. Don't make people build this shit. There's too many parts. Not enough instructions. Damn it. That's stupid. To be creative with the holes. Like, all of these needs holes, but then it doesn't have any indications anywhere. Yeah. I just have to use my imagination.
What's wrong?
So all of these ones, do you see the groove underneath these?
A little
They
slit.
require like little holes to stick on. But it didn't tell me to punch holes. Like when I had this one upside down right here, and that's the two circles, and that's where these holes should be. Lacking holes. Didn't tell me. Didn't tell me to build holes right here. No. See, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think holes in here, but anyways,
So that's why the plane got shut down. That's why the boat got sunk, because there's no holes for the engines.
yes. So now I have to do holes for all of them because there's no indicator on the deck either. On the other models, like you see groove on the deck, you see some sort of indications, but it's not on this. You can't see it.
Guess what?
Guess what? What?
Is that the step?
This one?
Yeah.
Actually, it might be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it to scale? Oh, good question. Oh my god, you're a genius. It is.
Yeah, you know where the
Oh
holes are,
shit. You're so smart. Wow. Wow, baby. Wow. Wow. That's so cool.
baby.
I never thought of it. Holy moly.
So just transfer it into a piece of paper and then...
That's cool. Yeah. Holy shit, baby. Yeah. Let's do it. Yep.
Thank you all here all week.
I am into the idea. Okay. Well, you just solved my problem. All right. Okay. All right.
Ooh, the worst design mistake.
Excellent speed and firepower at the expense of all else. However, they were designed by committee. Like everything else designed by committee, there were
Here, too, kind of.
You okay? What are you doing? Okay. Okay.
guys, this video is made possible by heroes over at Backblaze. Just go to backblaze.com/.
/.com. Skipping this page.
I want to know.
What do you want?
Two new screens.
2 more screens. Yeah. Okay.
I like this screen,
Yeah.
but I want to buy a 1080 screen.
Yeah.
I want 4K. And I
Okay.
don't like this screen. I don't know, baby.
Get it? Alright.
I'm cool over this lesson.
What's that?
Vesa.
Versa.
I think Vesa meant kids.
Mm.
You know what Vesa meant?
What is it?
It's that little hinge thing I've got that you bolt into the wall. The TV sits on.
Okay.
It's that the TV onto the wall thing.
Yeah.
That's a Vesa.
I'm gonna use
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. Just having a big fucking screen up there.
that can be the look.
Like I'd put this one up there.
I just noticed you have the same table my sister has. The study table is IKEA too, exactly the same one. I fixed this for her.
You know I like this table?
Yeah.
Because it's high.
You can adjust it as well.
Yeah, because I like a Quasimodo. I'm going to take that to work.
This table.
No, the aircon.
Well, in the summertime, it's gonna be hot.
Yeah.
There's no aircon in your quarter.
Yeah, it's just disgusting rattle box. Yeah.
I do it.
Should come to work on Saturday with me one day and we'll just go bobbing around and all driving on the job.
Yeah. Don't want you to get into trouble.
I'm always in trouble.
46, 47, 45, 51. Oh, 5. Okay.
This is
Two. don't know why that you would bother.
Hmm?
I don't know why that you would bother. This is tiny.
Because awesome.
Yeah.
It looks cool. Because I want to look at it in the show. That's right. Now I know.
It's tiny ladder. It's a tiny ladder.
Okay.
I have to. Tiny ladder, and I have to bend the parts. Oh wow! He's
It
just
looks so cool.
bloody detailed. Yeah.
Takes it right away.
It's like there and there. So 2 more letters. Oh, oh yeah. Damn. Letter goes there. All right. Need to put some midget on the board. Midgets. Need to recruit some midgets. It's fun. Okay. You're also baby. H8. H8. Oh. You know what these are? Torpedoes, I think. What are these? Check this out, baby.
What am I checking it?
This tiny thing, but extreme detail. This thing. Camera is. I have to put it here.
Ooh, I checked it.
Over there. You're so cute. Ooh, I checked it. Interesting, baby.
Oh.
Okay. Oh, this is fun. Okay. Bend and bend and bend. Okay. Oh.
I know my trainer told me to slip in and hook it. Don't be slipping. Usually I come in that slip and I get in there. That's the hardest part, getting in there. And I never do the punch. So they practice and they slip me in it instantaneously. Bing, throw the punch. And then I was successful.
Today, we will immerse ourselves in the world of the incredible talent and power of Mike Tyson, one of the greatest boxers of all time. He achieved countless victories and mesmerized the world with his unique style and exceptionally powerful punches. In this video, we preserve his legacy by compiling the top 50 punches of Mike Tyson. And don't forget, your support is extremely important to us. The best way to show your appreciation is through likes, comments, and shares. So let's get started. July 2004, Mike Tyson and Danny Williams met in the ring. In the middle of the first round, Mike threw a good combination. Danny was shocked and found solace in the clinch. Here's another great combination from Iron Mike in his duel with Brian Nielsen in October of 2001. Brian fell on the ropes. In the sixth round of his match with Tony Tucker, Mike landed a powerful right cross. The punch was hard, but Tony showed that he was okay. Tyson met Evander Holyfield twice in his career. In this signature combo, we see Tyson delivering a right hook to the body and a right uppercut to the head.
Use this lever, get those knees bent here, rip this right hand here, and then he rips it up the middle. This is how, as we roll it there, this is how he hurts the bone. Look at that right hand. And then up underneath. Look at the lever, just bending his leg.
Here, a left hook to the head sent Conroy Nelson to the floor of the ring. In March 1991, Tyson stepped into the ring against the highly skilled and strong Canadian fighter, Donovan Rudder.
In the long and sordid history of high-profile Hollywood flops, there are certain movies that stand above and beyond the rest, gigantic and eternal monuments to the hubris and poor decisions of movie makers. Films like Heaven's Gate, Cutthroat Island, and Super Mario Brothers. But there's one film that became notorious for its massive overspending, creative meddling, disastrous box office, and of course, its deeply troubled production. And that film is Kevin Costner's epic post-apocalyptic adventure movie, Waterworld.
I like Waterworld.
The film became notorious for its massive exploded budget, which started out relatively small, only to spiral out of control until it reached $175 million, well over $300 million in today's money, making it easily one of the most expensive movies ever made. And the reason it became such a costly disaster for the studio is fertile ground for another installment of Production Hell. So put your snorkel and flippers and let's dive into Waterworld. Something began in the mind of Hollywood screenwriter David Rader way back in 1986. It was a story about a small group of survivors on a waterlogged planet Earth, searching for the last remaining piece of dry land to call home. He imagined it as a kind of low-budget rip-off of Mad Max, only set on the ocean instead of the Australian outback. Anyway, he plugged away at it for a few years without much success. Various producers considered and then rejected it, including Roger Corman, the king of the B-movie, who reckoned it would be too expensive to make. Damn, man, the mind boggles at what Roger Corman's version of Waterworld might have been like. Anyway, things changed in 1992 when actor and director team Kevin Costner and Kevin Reynolds signed on for the film. The pair have had a string of successful productions together. Costner was riding high at the box office, and it seemed like everything was coming together at last. The movie was quickly bumped up from a small-scale indie project to a big-budget Hollywood blockbuster with $100 million set aside for the production. Naturally, the script had to be retooled to cope with such massive changes, but Universal were eager to get things moving, and so the film went straight into production while rewrites were still underway. Not the best start, but things were about to get a whole lot worse. The story called for the construction of massive sets to represent survivor communities eking out a living on the ocean. Reynolds and Costner wanted to keep it as realistic as possible and planned to shoot most of these sets out in the open water just off Hawaii, despite Steven Spielberg personally warning them not to do it. He tried the same thing during the infamously difficult shoot for Jaws 20 years earlier and knew what a nightmare it could be. His warnings were duly ignored, and the elaborate, expensive, and delicate sets were constructed in the middle of the ocean during hurricane season. Guess what happened next? That's right, a hurricane blew up and destroyed the set, forcing it to be rebuilt at enormous cost. Oh my goodness, who could have predicted something like this? Even when the sets weren't getting destroyed by hurricanes, the weather was generally so shit that it was difficult to get anything shot. High winds caused the cameras to move around and blew the film crew out of position, forcing multiple retakes and slowing down production drastically. There were no toilets available on set for obvious reasons, so anyone who needed to take a dump had to make a lengthy trip back to shore. It was also a dangerous movie to begin. While trying to film a scene aboard a boat in rough weather, the entire bowsprit snapped off and the actresses playing Helen and Enola were thrown into the water, forcing them to swim for their lives until a rescue crew could get to them. A safety diver tried to surface too quickly and got struck down with decompression sickness, forcing him to be rushed to intensive care. Unknown to the production team, Kevin Costner's stunt double would ride out from his beachfront home across 40 miles of open water to the set each day on his jet ski, which is a fucking Chad move if ever I've heard one, until one day when he forgot to refuel it and ran out of gas halfway there. Of course, nobody knew where he was because he hadn't told anyone what he was up to.
Not very fun.
And it wasn't until the film crew called his wife that she explained what had actually happened. By the time they eventually found him, he'd been drifting on the ocean currents for hours. Even Costner himself wasn't immune to the bad luck on set. One scene required him to be tied to the mast of his boat until another storm came up and blew him out to sea before anyone could untie him. I like to imagine that he had quite a bit of time to think about his life while he was waiting to get rescued, and probably his biggest thought was, what the fuck have I gotten myself into here? All of these various issues caused the shooting schedule to gradually fall apart. Principal photography was supposed to be wrapped up for 90 days, but the constant problems, accidents, and delays eventually pushed it to well over 150 days. Needless to say, morale wasn't looking good, but if the cast and crew were unhappy, then things were even worse between the Kevins. The two men had managed to produce a string of successful movies together over the past few years, but they were never what you'd call best buddies. In fact, they clashed repeatedly on the set of Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, to the point where Reynolds was reluctant to work with Costner again on Waterworld, and actually suggested going with a completely different actor. The studio were adamant though. Costner, it had to be. But if things between them were bad before, then they were at breaking point with this film. Costner was in the middle of a difficult and expensive divorce, which didn't do much to improve his moods. His $14 million paycheck, coupled with his insistence on staying at a luxury beachfront villa and commuting to the set each day on his own personal yacht, was quickly adding to the already ballooned budget. And when Reynolds screened a rough cut of the film for the studio, Costner rejected it and demanded extensive rewrites and reshoots. The interest building and character development was ditched in favor of boy action movies. The Mariner character was rewritten from a dark, morally ambiguous hero to a much more conventional heroic protagonist, and the runtime was 170 to 145 minutes. Shit, man, even a young Joss Whedon was brought in to try to salvage the script before writing the conclusion. A complete fucking mess, and nothing short of a full rewrite would fix it. Eventually, it didn't take too much for Reynolds, who decided, okay, you can do whatever you want, because I'm out of here. Probably left the production. But finally, after 156 days of grueling shooting, Waterworld lit the finish line with a final budget of $175 million, making it by far the most expensive movie ever produced at the time. And for comparison, Jurassic Park cost just $63 million to make, and Independence Day cost $75 million. And what made things even worse is that the media got hold of the story and wouldn't let go. In the months leading up to the film's release, all anyone was really talking about was how fucking expensive the thing had been. The narrative that was quickly building up around the movie was a massively expensive vanity project from an actor that had gotten too big for boots, and it all contributed to an atmosphere of negativity that never quite managed to escape. People were practically confident that it would fail, and well, it did, bringing in just $260 million
What are you doing
worldwide,
now?
nowhere near enough to cover the massive production
I think
budget.
he's
The
taking a
failure
nap
of
or something.
Waterworld and the postman a
Be
couple of years
quiet.
later.
In the morning, like 5 or 6 o'clock,
Yeah.
he's like, kick.
Not to mention ending his friendship
Get
with
up.
Kevin Reynolds. The two men would never work together again. And it's kind of a shame to think about it now because, well,
He's like,
Waterworld's
He's like,
in fact, if you want
So he like moves around.
yeah, he moves around, and I'm like,
almost all of it is done
get up.
with
Like 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
It was so uncomfortable because it's like, this one gets really big because he's like, he's so active. Obviously. Yeah, they go to bed early. Time is it?
Obviously, it came far too
He's-
late to hit
he's
the
asleep.
perception of Waterworld being a
He's
massive creative and financial failure.
Yeah, he's very
Either way,
quiet.
I think the film's a good example of what happens when
Sick of me
overconfident
copying all that
filmmakers
too.
high
He's
on
not
money
having a
and
good time
success
today.
take on something way bigger and more difficult than they bargained for. But hey, it makes for an interesting retrospective, that's for sure. Anyway, that's all I've got for today. Go away now. Guilty pleasures. We all have them. Stuff that we know is bad for us, but we just can't help ourselves. Like when Tatiana takes my and puts the cheese grater inside and makes sure it goes all the way up. Don't want to get that one backwards though. Anyway, when it comes to movies, one of my guiltiest of guilty pleasures is Independence Day, an action blockbuster from the mid-90s about America saving the world from an alien invasion that succeeded on a potent cocktail of flashy special effects, big explosions,
more hot water.
unashamed
What's that?
Cup of tea?
Yeah. It's very Really?
Over there, because
Yeah.
that's your letter.
Let's see
You are.
how good 4K movie looks on this one.
A16.
Officer, I need to know what you told him. Be brave, Professor. Be brave like my mother. Otherwise, you disgrace her.
16,
Otherwise,
18.
she died for nothing. Otherwise, the bowl will remain empty
Check this out, baby.
forever.
So one monitor's got different resolution than the other.
Oh no.
That's 4K, that's HD.
Oh no. Isn't that annoying for you though? Yeah.
No idea what he was like even then.
I just don't like the colours of this the HD one, the 4K one.
I think you're looking too much into it, Mike.
And really,
Okay.
I have certain expectations, and they're not met with this monitor.
Alright, baby.
I was in the library. Restricted section. I read something rather odd about the little grey magic. It's called, as I understand it, Horcrux. Horcrux. I came across the term while reading. I didn't fully understand it.
What's the difference between an enzyme and a hormone?
What's the difference between enzyme and hormone
And a hormone, yeah.
in medical terms?
Yeah, like answer the question. What is it? Any answer? You can't hear.
Enzyme
You
is
can't hear an enzyme.
what? You
Can't-
can't hear an enzyme.
Yeah.
Why not? Well, you can't hear hormone either.
Why not? You can hear a hormone.
No, you cannot.
A hormone.
I knew this is some sort of trick question.
Sorry. So what's the difference between an enzyme?
Enzyme breaks down
You
proteins.
can't hear an enzyme.
and hormone
But you can hear a
regulates.
hormone.
So stupid. Say that to Lauren.
To Lauren.
Yeah, or your mom.
Say it to the fucking group chat.
I dare you.
Yeah.
And the next minute, Olivia dared me. Fuck you, that.
Fucking sin.
You're so silly, baby. That's silly. You didn't send it to the group chat, did you?
Which one?
Baby. Oh,
I'm proud to be American, well, at least I know I'm free.
five, 34. Huh? C4? What the fuck?
Come on, chingao.
This model, this thing is definitely broken. Wow.
Wow.
It's got missing parts.
Wow.
I'm taking it back to the shop.
What parts missing?
C4 and C9. There's only one template. This is just so irritating. Never mind. Found it. Sorry. I'm sick.
In the head.
Wait. See.
Proud to be an American. At least I know I'm free.
Okay. My lighter's not here. Focus on that. Oops.
Bucket.
What?
I like this one.
Ooh, looks good.
No, totally.
Yeah. Okay.
Amazon. Oh, same price.
Yeah.
Not free delivery.
Nice. It's pretty good.
Where's your Prime account?
Prime. Go login on Prime. I sent the password to you.
You already said it, didn't it?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Do you want me to log in? One sec.
Okay.
Let me do this quickly. Yeah, just have my email. Oh, you got that in there. Go log out. Log in with me.
Give it to
Yeah, log out. Sign up right there. Yeah, add account. And just type my email. Yeah. So now, and then Rose R. A capital R. R. Okay, go. Save password. Go. Keep me signing or something. Because I still got 1 month free membership. What? Fuck off. I had the same shit.
Clearly you didn't.
Fuck you. I still got like books there too. How much you can sell these two for?
I cares. I bought that for 300.
Yeah.
That one's old as fuck. And it's
Get it.
what?
Get
I
the.
can give that to you for your work one though. It's got the high stand.
Yeah.
That's 4K.
Okay.
Yeah, I reckon I'll take that to work and just use it as another work order.
So I'm gonna do that. Go ahead, baby.
Yeah. Sunday.
Send. $15.50. God damn it. That's more like it. Let's see. G. G32. G32. E.
Yeah, right.
E31. Okay. E14.
does it want?
Oh, guess what?
What?
This motherfucker's got Bixby. I ain't buying it.
What?
Samsung with smart monitor.
Yeah.
It's $50 cheaper than a normal Samsung monitor.
Yeah.
And it's exactly the same.
Yeah.
Except it has Bixby, so I'm not getting it.
Bixby.
Yeah.
Oh. How much is it?
It's 450.
Yeah.
This is 480.
Um.
And this has more features.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna get the one with less features.
Samsung's got more features.
They're both Samsungs.
Okay.
But this is a smart monitor.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna get the dumb monitor. And it's got Bixby. It's got Samsung software in it. So yeah, nah, fuck that. It's even cheaper. It's cheaper than the other one, but it has Samsung software, so I ain't touching it.
Maybe that's why it's cheaper.
Because it has Samsung software.
Yeah.
God, that stuff is terrible. I hate it.
Yeah.
I think
How big are they?
32.
Compared to this one, how big is this one?
It's 27.
Wow, it's gonna be larger. Nice. Hey.
That's why you hair. Get rid of it.
H7 goes there, polycap. Okay. Right. It's kind of coming together. I ignored the small ones and I built the bigger ones, the bigger structures. And so I know where the placement of these ones better now. Yeah. I don't know if I don't know, or